Hello, 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 Sherry. What's going on? Let's see if I can wave at you. Hello, we are live here. We are live here. We're going to answer questions on Instagram as well as all the others. I see D-Land's in here. Thank you, D-Land, for waiting. Roel, what's up? How's everybody doing? We're going to let a few more people come. I believe we're on Facebook, but we're going to let a few more people in. Hello, hello. Hope everybody's doing wonderful this evening. Edna, what's up? Great to see you. Do we have anybody on Facebook yet? Let me know. There we go. Tom's in there. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Tom, thank you, man. Thinking about you. Jerry, what's up? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Leanne, hello. Let's see. I don't think we have anybody live on here yet. Oh gosh. Hello, hello. We're taking questions over on here as well. Live Q&A. What's going on? Great to see everybody. All right, Lisa. Hello. Rachel, what's up? Grandma Mary, what's up? Katie, what's up? It's great to see everybody. I'm gonna have to say hello to Jody too, because I know he's listening. I know he's listening. Jody, what's going on? It's great to see everybody. Foxy Moxie, hello. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Whitney Z, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Tracy, what's up? I don't even want to show him that, Tracy, because he's gonna be on the next flight. I don't know that I've been to Key West. I've been to Miami, but Key West. I think that's the interesting thing about Key West is way further, and you think you're almost there. You're not. But I'll tell him that. I'll tell him. Thank you, Tracy. Donna, hello. Great to see you over on Instagram. Thank you guys for hanging out over there. If y'all got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. We appreciate you guys. Real quick, I'm going to put up a few things. I'm going to put this up. Common Sense MD went out today. Add life to your years. A practical guide to longevity. Dr. Rogers talks about just kind of some basic stuff you could do to add to your health span as kind of a little practical guide on things that he's doing for his own longevity. I hope everybody gets a chance to watch that. You can also follow along with the article that goes with it on performancemedicine.net. So read the article, watch the video. Hope you'll get a ton out of it. Talks a little bit about, cool things like rapamycin. Talks about, all the supplementation, hormones. The big one was sleep. As he mentioned last week, Brian Johnson, that was like his number one thing that he's focusing on is getting better sleep for aging healthy. So definitely check out that brand new episode of the Common Sense MD. Let's see here. Brad, I like it. We can talk about grounding. I like that. Let's see here. Foxy Moxie, I see you. We like NeuroPro Plus, which you can find on our website. I think Katie put in the comments last week. It's BPH is the liquid brand that you can find on Amazon. Both are great. Let's see here. Where am I at? I'm going to put this up real quick. We had a brand new episode of Explain This go out today talking about insulin resistance and fertility. If you know anybody who's in this season of life, share this video. Not a lot of people understand the relationship between insulin resistance and infertility. So Robin explains that for us in this brand new episode of Explain This. So check it out, share it, and let us know what you think. Thank you, Robin, for doing that for us. All right, Roel, thank you so much. Paul, what's going on? Great to see you. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to put this up for you. Look at this.
What's that?
Please hit the like button and subscribe.
Oh,
number one live
Earl,
podcast.
thank you. Wow.
That's
feel good about that.
That's high praise. Thank you.
Roel.
Thank you, Roel. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We appreciate that. Ivy and JC with Ivy, what's going on? Great to see you as always. Let's see here. We're live here. We're live here. We got Doc in the building.
Is Tom on here tonight?
Tom is on here. Yes.
Is Tom on here?
Yes. No.
Tom, what do you think? Who would you, Tom? Me or Ben? 7-year-old.
See, we got. There we go. Tom's saying yes.
Yes. Which one though?
Me.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom, his comment was
He was
classic.
talking about me.
You can't flex bone.
That's one of the best things I've heard on the show.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
I
Yes,
want to do a podcast. on
Tom saying it's a draw.
it. He's too diplomatic.
It's a draw
Very
for
tactful.
scrawny.
I need to do a podcast on that. You can't flex bone. That would get a lot of attention. Headliner.
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
It's good to see you. You got a good haircut
see.
this weekend.
I did.
Looking sharp.
Well, I got a haircut. Yeah.
Yeah, you look sharp. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you staying active? Did you get anything done?
You got your Brookhaven hat
Yeah,
on?
Brookhaven Farms. Shout out Jake if you're with us. Jake.
I need my hat
What's
on
up?
tonight.
Well, I mean, you got a great haircut going
Well,
on.
I want to show off my haircut.
I know. Well, how's the day?
We had a great day. Wonderful day. A lot of good patients.
How about this podcast you put out today? The Add Life to Your Years. We talked about kind of a very practical guide to longevity
Protocol. Yeah. It just, got me thinking when I got to meet with Brian
Yeah.
Johnson in Washington about longevity and things you can do to stay healthy longer.
The big thing I took out of it was the importance of sleep. Making
Sleep
sure
is
you
huge.
get good sleep. And it's hard to do,
It's very hard to do.
but
So I track it with my Oura Ring every night and my Sleep 8 bed.
you want to pull up your results from last night?
I had a pretty good result.
You did?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what, better than usual. Doctors, if they've taken a lot of call and gone to the
Yes.
hospital all night, they mess up their circadian rhythms a lot.
We talked to, we did an episode of Explain This with Robin Riddle she talked about that actually about, it was about sleep and the shift work. It's just almost impossible to reverse that.
Well, I got a 77.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I actually got 6 hours and 52 minutes of sleep last night.
Is that a lot for you?
It's a lot for me. Me and Trump, we don't sleep well. We don't require much sleep. We're the
Brother
two guys-
Steve,
we're
what's
the two
going
guys
on?
that don't need much of it.
I see Barbara's in here. My brother Steve,
Hey, Barbara.
Edna, Rachel. Thank you guys. That's right. Rachel's in Kingsport on Tuesdays. Get to see.
Saw
Doc?
Barbara and I saw Rachel.
There we go. There we go. Shout out to the Kingsport office. Look at this from Jay. Come on, Jay.
What did Jay say?
I see. You know what? That's the truth. That's the truth. I don't think we can.
Did she say we're scrawny?
I don't think we can deny that.
I'd say, how would I describe it? I'd say we're ripped. Should we show our abs?
No, we should
You don't
not.
want to? Maybe next time.
Look, I see Shelby's question. Thank you so much, Shelby, for this question.
When I look at somebody, I don't look at their arms. I look more at their legs
Yeah.
and their abs.
Yep.
Better
Predictor for we actually put this out. Performance Weekly went out today at 3 p.m. If you're not signed up, that's our email list. In the weekly today, we put out there's a video Lucas Schmidt did it's a Dive Into Diet episode on longevity training,
Mhm.
and he talks about grip strength and zone 2. Is there anything else as far as like muscles go for longevity that you focus on? Balance.
balance. I saw 2 patients this afternoon with Parkinson's. 2 patients. And unfortunately, one of them came down with it about 1 week after he took the first vaccine. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. He's convinced it caused it. And what else? I mean, it set it off for sure.
Well,
That's one of many I've seen with that.
for that patient, what's kind of the strategy?
Gosh, you need dopamine, so they're all on carbidopa, levodopa. But I use actually one of them that I saw back had improved greatly by putting him on a carnivore diet, carnivore / keto diet, and methylene blue.
Interesting.
And the other one I put on nicotine patches.
Nicotine's actually been a very common topic on this show.
Yeah,
we talked a little bit about the patches. A lot of people are talking about the nicotine that you put inside your lip,
like snuff type.
Yeah, it's that type, and how it can like help you not get sick and stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It can also give you oral cancer, so
you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'd rather use the patch.
Guys, we're taking questions. If you have a question for Doc, go ahead and put it in the comments. I see Zach's in here. My brother Zach, what's going on, man? Lori, Frankel, what's going on? Great to see everybody over here on Instagram. We're taking questions here too, so put them in the comments. Okay, let's rock on. This question came throughout the week. We appreciate you guys shooting us questions in email. Let's see here. Question is, my husband and I were really excited to get a full body red light / infrared mat. We already have a handheld device and like it in setting it up. I was reading the info they included with it. It says people with tumors or cancer should not use. I then found the other info I also sent you, which was sent in the email, who have had skin cancers or other cancers should probably not use until more is known. Question is, my husband has had skin cancers removed and had prostate cancer, so I'm concerned now about him using the red light. Should this be a worry, or do you think they just need to CYA?
I think it's just a CYA. I can't believe that. I mean, I've never run into that or heard of it. I use it. Of course, I've had skin cancers removed on my arms and my back because I've had a lot of sun exposure. Sunburns when I was young. It's not sun that causes it, sunburns that cause it. But, certainly I use it and I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
It's so healthy. As a matter of fact, I send a lot of cancer patients to BioStacks to get red light therapy. Especially with prostate cancer, that red light is not going to penetrate. But even if it did, it'd probably be more helpful than anything. So I wouldn't worry about it. I'd use it. I'd be shocked if it's not going to turn into anything like skin cancer.
What if someone has active cancer? Is that like would red light be?
I'll treat them. I'll send them over there for red light therapy.
Interesting.
Again, all medicine is opinion, but I think there's CYA on this personally. But I can't imagine why. I mean, this is not like a tanning bed or anything.
All right. That was the only question that came in throughout the week. Thank you to that listener. We're going to get to live questions. So if you have a question for Doc, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm also looking over on Instagram too. So if you guys have a question, I'll get to that as well. So let's see where we're at. Let's see. Thank you. You guys are the best. Tracy's saying Key West is a good vacation spot.
Oh, good. Yeah, I saw Tracy recently. I'd say somebody said something about Key West today. I think what it was. Gosh, it was something very unique about some kind of animal that is found in Key West. And it's not the chickens that run around all the time.
It's the key lime pie.
No, it's not the key lime pie either. It's some kind of unusual animal that they find on Key West. Gosh, we talked about that today with somebody.
When I think of Key West, I think of Bloodline.
Yeah, that wasn't even Key West. That was Marathon.
It wasn't Key West?
That wasn't Key West. No, that was Marathon.
Really? Okay.
I think of Key West, I think about Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
All
right, let's get to Brad here. Brad, thank you so much for this. Grounding, real or fake? What's your thoughts on this?
I think there's a real component to it. I actually have a grounding pad to my mattress that I use. Certainly, walking around in your bare feet, we're all connected to the earth, and we're all made of electricity. And so those electromagnetic forces, if you walk around your bare feet or you know, you're connected to the earth, it really does kind of lines up your polar charges in your body. We're really just electrical human beings. We all run off this thing called electron transport chain.
Mm.
And so all energy really depends on electricity in a way. But certainly we're all wearing rubber sole shoes, so we're not really connected to the earth.
Yeah.
And I think it's a real thing. I think you could probably carry it too far, but certainly just getting out in nature is very, very helpful for you. And if you have shoes that they're, grounding shoes, it certainly probably gives you a better connection. I mean, think about electricity, think about lightning. It's powerful.
So I'm going to say you're saying real, but don't take it too far.
Yeah, don't get obsessed about it. Like there's some people who ground their whole house. They spend $100,000, grounding their whole house. I also think EMFs are important too. We probably are exposed to too many EMFs.
That's something we need to talk more about, probably.
Probably, yeah. It's something I think's real too, but you could get carried away with it too.
That is such a great question, Brad. Thank you for that around grounding. I'm seeing a lot of deers, the key deer for Key West.
That's it.
Key deer.
Yeah, that's it. Who said that? Maybe in my office today.
I'm seeing Marjorie here. Let's see. Barbara's saying deer as well. Carter's saying chickens.
Chickens, I know they're there.
I love it.
Barbara talked about the deer today she had in her backyard. There's a lot of deer out there.
A lot of deer. All right, guys, we're keeping this moving. Thank you, Brad, for that question. See if I can find my spot where I'm at. I apologize. eCar Reviews. eCar Reviews is asking, I have someone that works with me that may have meningitis. How contagious?
It's usually not that contagious. Unless there's, like an outbreak with kids. But gosh, that's the second person I've heard of in the last couple of weeks that's had an adult that had meningitis. This was one of my doctor buddies' brother in Texas had meningitis, which is a very serious infection. It's usually viral, but bacteria can get out on it, and this can be really bad. Usually presents with almost like flu symptoms, but you have a really stiff neck and a severe headache, and they have to do a lumbar puncture to diagnose it. But it can definitely kill you. But I don't think it's that contagious. For some reason, your immune system's in a particular bad point, and you could get it. But unless there's an outbreak among kids, I don't think adults have to worry a lot about catching it from somebody.
Was there something like for eCar Reviews? Would you say like, don't hug him?
Well, probably not. He's probably in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
For one thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
eCar Reviews, I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you for the question. Let's get to...
Remember that time when COVID was going around and you lived in Knoxville, and I get a call from Ben, and, everybody was paranoid about COVID, overly concerned about COVID. And Ben called me in the middle of the day on a sunny day. And he said, "Hey, I'm worried." I go, "Why?" He goes, "I just rode my bike past this gentleman who looked like he was down and out, and I noticed he was coughing. Should I be worried?" You remember that?
I do. Those are rough times.
Those are weird days. But really.
Yeah. I regret asking you that question.
Well, I think it's a good point to know that you were worried about it. But I was riding the Creeper one day, and these two people were riding down the Creeper. This on a weekday. They had masks on, riding down the Creeper on their bicycles. And then you saw people in cars with masks.
Doesn't make sense.
I think there's so much paranoia going around about COVID. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was just nuts. There ought to be some accountability, in my opinion, for the paranoia, and especially among the kids. That the school, the forced everything, the shutdowns. It was criminal, really.
Yeah.
It was a terrible time and totally not necessary.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get to D. Lynn here. I've been trying methylene blue. I'm struggling. It's so bitter. I mixed in coffee. Yuck. I have a suggestion. I have done the liquid methylene blue, and I've mixed it with water and like a hydration packet, like an LMNT or something like that. And it kind of drowns out that very bitter taste. Do you do anything that kind of...
I take the pill.
Oh, you take the pill.
I switched over to take the NeuroProtect Plus because it's a pill.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about it getting all over everything, for one thing. It has the vitamin C in it. So I just switched to the pill.
Yeah. And that's the NeuroPro Plus, D-Len. Let's go to, let's see here. Okay, Amanda, I hope we answered this. Have someone worse with it. Maybe might be e-car reviews as well on YouTube. So hopefully that helped you, Amanda.
They may make you freak out about it at work. We're just overly cautious, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Let me see where I'm at. Thank you guys for all these questions. Wayne, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here as always. Let's see, where am I? Okay, here we go. Let's get to Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. Just finished 10 sessions of radiotherapy for the chest wall. Can I put ivermectin paste on the inflammation? It's driving me crazy and itching. What strength do you suggest, if so?
Gosh, I don't even know what strength the paste comes in. All I can tell you is if you can get the paste, put it on there. Very, very helpful. We're using ivermectin cream for rosacea and all kinds of stuff, acne.
Yep.
So, whatever. I don't know what the strength of it is for that, but what I would say for that, get the strongest cream you can. I don't know how many milligram per mils it is, but if there's a choice, get the strongest one you can. And good luck. You think you'll do fine, but it's radiotherapy is hard on you.
Yeah. Jerry, thank you for this. Let me know in the comments if that helps any. Let's go to Edna here. My knee have been giving me some trouble, so I'm going for PRP Thursday. I hope it works as well. This time is the first time back in the show. I do believe Edna has gotten a PRP. So this would be the second time, I'm assuming, Edna. Let me know in the comments if I need more context. You just did another round.
I did another knee.
Weeks.
I really irritated my right knee this past winter, and I finally went and got another PRP shot by Jill, and it really worked well. But it took me 6 weeks before I noticed anything. The other thing I did, I took a little break from pickleball while I was kind of healing from it.
Yeah.
I think that was key as well.
Yeah. So
make sure you don't overdo it after a PRP shot and give it time. It's going to take a little while, but it's really effective.
Thank you, Edna. Let us know how that goes. I hope Thursday goes phenomenal for you over there in Bristol with Jill. Let's get to Shelby. Thank you, Shelby, for being here. If you are bit by a tick and get it completely out, do you need to take antibiotics or something to prevent Lyme or other diseases? Great question.
It's a great question, a timely question. This is a terrible tick season.
Yeah.
Your dogs can bring them in. They're all over the place. But here's what I do. Really, unless a tick is embedded for over 24 to 36 hours, it's probably not going to make you sick. But if that tick has been on there embedded in you, what I do use doxycycline as a preventive. Here's the thing. You only need to take it once. It's kind of a new thing. As a matter of fact, I was reading about it last week because my brother had gotten bit by a tick, and I prescribed him some. But you really only need one 200 milligram dose one time. I used to put them on it for a few days, but one dose prophylactically. Now, if you get
prophylactic,
if you've been bit by a tick and it's been on there a while, then take one 200 milligram dose.
Okay,
that's all you need. It's very effective at preventing Lyme because really, you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know down the line what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but just preventive wise, I definitely think you ought to do that. Especially if you have any redness. Now, certainly if you get the bullseye's rash, you probably should get a Lyme titer taken and then repeat it in a week or two to see if the titer went up a little bit. But yeah, I'm all for a one dose doxycycline for somebody like you and get it. The way you remove the tick's important too. Get some tweezers, pull it straight out. Don't squeeze it. You'll squeeze more of the venom in you. But yeah, deer tick, that can cause Lyme disease, and about probably 9 out of 10 people that have Lyme disease never knew they even got bit by a tick, never had a bullseye rash with it. Wood tick, which can cause Rocky Mountain spotted fever, it can kill you fairly quickly. Lyme disease is probably not going to kill you, but Rocky Mountain spotted fever can kill people. You can get really sick with that unless you get treatment early. So always err on the side of caution because you don't want to be, number one, you don't want to be dead. Number two, you don't want to 2 years later come down with Lyme disease, which is very difficult to treat.
Yeah. Shelby, very timely. Thank you for that question. Thank you for letting us talk about that topic. Let me know in the comments if that helps. Let's go here. Let's see. Real quick, I'm going to go to Instagram. Instagram, what's going on, guys? I see HHS Spirit. I want to get to you because I saw your comment on Facebook around GLPs and migraines. First, tell me, are you on a tennis team? Because I'm a tennis guy. I want to know. The question is, what GLP is good for migraines? And can you also tell us why, like, how is it helping with migraines? I know a number of people taking it for it, and it's really working.
Yeah. Probably because it's a good anti-inflammatory. Decreases reactive oxygen species. But yeah, we use it off-label for all kinds of things, including if you watch my video about longevity. And this reason I take a very small dose of it, a microdose. I really like the combination of GLP and GIP. Tirzepatide is my favorite one. I think it works better, causes less side effects. It's just a great tool that we've never seen anything like it before as far as treating metabolic syndrome and preventive medicine. Now your GI guys are using it to reverse non-alcoholic fatty liver. Your cardiologists are using it to prevent heart disease. Your nephrologists are using it to help reverse chronic renal disease. Your neurologists are using it to help dementia, maybe help prevent dementia. Of course, it's for weight loss as well and treating metabolic syndrome. But we use it for PCOS. We use it for people that have osteoarthritis. This is all off-label, but it really works.
Yeah. So for migraines, you'd say microdosing tirzepatide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's my favorite.
HSS Spirit, does that help? Let me know in the comments here on Instagram. Let's go over to Facebook. Carolyn's asking, I've recently been diagnosed with SIBO through a breath test. I'm taking Xivaxan and was given a copy of the FODMAP diet. This is all new to me, and I don't go back to my gastroenterologist for a few weeks. Any suggestions? We're sorry about this, Carolyn.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a pretty standard treatment for it. It's hard to, Xifaxan is the number one antibiotic we use for SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And it is hard to diagnose because you have to usually do a breath test like you had. And the FODMAP diet's usually what people put you on. It's very hard to stick to. I still think I like the carnivore diet for most anything like that. You be patient. That's advice I would give you. Be patient. Get on if you can't stick to the FODMAP, I prefer the carnivore myself, really. I like BPC 157 orally. I like anything fermented. Of course, I always like Digest Shield as your number one go-to gut pill. So I hope you're taking a probiotic of some type at least. But yeah, you will get better. But while that Xifaxan is working, again, it's really expensive. You're lucky you got it if your insurance paid for it, because it's thousands of dollars if your insurance won't pay for it. It's really expensive, but it is pretty effective. But I would say the number one thing is what you eat. So, and then when you're done with it, because some people take Xifaxan for a while, make sure that you don't have anything else going on, and make sure your gut is healed. Change your diet around for the better. Again, I'm big on carnivore.
Yep,
I just am. But you'll get better. It's going to take a while.
Carolyn, I hope that helps. Thank you for asking that question tonight and being with us. I see you guys on Instagram. We're taking questions here as well. Thank y'all for hanging out. If y'all have a question for Doc, go ahead and put in the comments. I'm looking over here as well. Thank you guys. All right, let's keep moving. Let's see. Let's go to Barbara. Thank you, Barbara. What do you think about black seed oil?
I love it. It's good it's a good anti-inflammatory, but it's a good anti-cancer type preventive. So I like black seed. I meant to do a podcast about that. That's one of the great hidden treasures supplements.
Have we done one?
I don't think
not on black seed oil.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to write that down. I'll remember that. Black seed oil. Remind me, guys. Black seed oil. We're doing a Common Sense MD episode on it. Okay, let's go. I like this from Wayne. Just got nicotine troches to improve cognition. Never been a smoker or tobacco user except for an occasional cigar. So we'll see if I like them.
Yeah, give us some feedback on those troches.
Yeah, let us know, Wayne. Thank you for that. I see Dennis is in here. Dennis, what's up, man? Great to see you. Let's see where we're at. Thank you, guys. Let's go T Warrior 1. There we go on YouTube. Thank you. Why does melatonin make me feel drunk for hours the next day, even at the lowest dose? Should I try a higher dose? Didn't help with sleep. That's interesting. I've heard grogginess.
Yeah, some people just cannot tolerate it. When I was talking to Brian Johnson, the ultimate longevity guy, he just takes 300 micrograms of it, which is way less than a milligram. So, but some people, it just has the opposite effect. It just doesn't work. So I wouldn't even, you could go down, the lowest dose is 300 micrograms, which is hard to find. But if you take that and it makes you groggy, just don't take it.
You can also, I wonder if they do better on like L-theanine.
There's a lot of other stuff. Ashwagandha, L-theanine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people just has the opposite effect on. Like some people will take a Benadryl, and because of their particular genetics or even their gut, it hypes them up. Benadryl usually makes people drowsy, but some people hypes them up too much. So just listen. Whenever you take a supplement, always take one at a time, space it out by a few days at least. And because you don't know whether it's going to make you feel good or bad. Even a supplement can make you feel bad. But so I'd probably hold off on taking it. It just may not work for you.
TT Warrior 1, thank you for that question. Let's go to Kim Harris here. Crabtree, thank you so much. What are the optimal testosterone levels for a 50-year-old female? Thank you, Kim.
It's a great question because there's really no normal. If you look on the normal labs, it's anywhere from like 0 to 45, I think. But the optimal level varies depending on how you feel. Again, I go more by your symptoms than I do an absolute lab result, but in general, most of the women that I treat with hormones, and there's many, like it about 80, some like it 120, some like it 140, some like it 60, but 45 is too low.
Mhm.
If you get it too high, you could have hair growth or acne.
Yeah.
I see that occasionally. Or some women complain of their hair getting too thin. In general, hair loves estrogen. It's not real fond of testosterone, especially if it's converting to dihydrotestosterone, DHT. So there's a lot of strategies we use for hair loss in that case. But again, I'm aiming for about a 30-year-old level, a good level. And I would aim for 80 probably. But look at if you're working out, muscular, you're probably going to need more.
Kim, I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments. Let's go to Susan here. I've been on a atorvastatin, so atorvastatin, Lipitor for a couple years. I really want to get off the statin. I'm taking care of my husband that has advanced Alzheimer's. He's getting so feeble and not walking as good as I know. I know the best thing for cholesterol is diet and exercise, but my question is, what can I take that will help my cholesterol that is not a statin? Well, Susan, thank you for the question. I'm sorry about your husband.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts here for Susan?
You gotta be careful about getting caretaker syndrome when you're taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's disease. It can be rougher on you than it is them. But first of all, the best thing is not diet and exercise, because that doesn't help at all. That's a false assumption. Your liver is cranking out cholesterol because that's just the way it does on you. You can change your diet around and eat low cholesterol, your liver just puts out more. Again, I'm not one that's scared of a really high cholesterol, maybe a super high cholesterol, but so this is not your fault. It's usually inherited. I don't like statins either. Sometimes I use them if people have had a stent or a bypass or have a lot of risk factors. And, when I break it down to the Cleveland, they've got a lot of inflammation going on. Their CT calcium score may be high. If they have diabetes or high, sometimes I'll use a really low dose. Rosuvastatin would be my favorite one because it's water soluble. And then I use 5 milligrams 3 times a week, probably, just because it's not the fact that it lowers your cholesterol. It's the fact that it can act as an anti-inflammatory and maybe, prevent a little bit of plaque progression. So get a CT calcium and make sure that's okay. Natural thing, and you need to be taking a baby aspirin every day anyway, unless you've got an ulcer or some reason not to. But there are other prescription medicines that can sometimes help with cholesterol. They're better. I like them better than statins because there's not the side effects. Note, one side effect of a statin is dementia. The other one is diabetes. The other one's liver toxicity. The other one's muscle inflammation. So there's other ones. There's one called Zetia. There's another one that prevents absorption called cholesterol fenofibrate. But if you want something natural, and again, there's two kinds of people that crank out a lot of cholesterol from the liver. Another type of person which is less common, is they just absorb it more. But and there are tests to determine this. It's called a beta sitosterol balance test. We don't do that a lot, but in any event, as far as natural things to lower your cholesterol, I like berberine. Berberine's a good one. Aged garlic, hawthorn is good. So there are some natural medicines as well as some other medicines other than statins. And there's another new brand of medicine that's actually an injectable. I don't use them because I don't deal with insurance companies. Very expensive. That is not a statin. That actually works better than a statin. PCSK1 inhibitors, I think they're called. I just don't use them because I don't work in a lipid clinic because it requires a lot in an infusion, a lot of insurance hassles to take it. But so that's an option if you have a lot of existing heart disease and cannot tolerate a statin. But number one, don't freak out about cholesterol. Cholesterol, in my opinion, does not directly cause heart disease anyway. A lot of times I call it the innocent bystander. But certainly look at your profile and see how much ApoB, Lp(a), HDL, MAP, that type of thing. So do not freak out. Get a Cleveland Heart Panel and really address the problem better. Get a CT calcium, take a baby aspirin, and you may not need anything. But probably I would say berberine is still my favorite for as far as a natural way to lower it without being a medication.
And with berberine, I know you're a big fan of dihydroberberine.
Dihydro is the best, a lot more potent.
Susan, I hope that helps. Thank you for this wonderful question. I'm sorry about your husband. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's keep going here. Kathy, I did not see your question. If you could help me with what that is, I won't put your name up if you don't want me to. Let's get to this question here. I've noticed since my weight gain, I feel yucky. I've tried watching carbs and calories, no result. Would you recommend I start the tirzepatide micro dosing? What's your thoughts here for?
Yeah, it just depends
Stacey?
on how much weight you have to lose. You might even want to just do the regular dosing. Again, I take microdosing because I'm not trying to lose weight. But definitely tirzepatide is my favorite one out of all that class of medicines. It just works better, causes less side effects. So I would probably, if you want to lose weight, start out with just a low starting dose at 2.5 milligrams.
Yeah.
But it's very well tolerated. It's just fantastic. It's one of those medicines, since I've been practicing medicine, just a game changer.
Yeah.
And again, it's a maintenance medicine. You're not going to lose 20 pounds and then get off of it. You stay on it. And sometimes you can work your way down so you are taking a microdose of it.
Yeah. Stacey, I hope that helps. It's a very timely question. You've probably watched the episode on microdosing GLP-1s. If you have not, I highly suggest going to that. Microdosing is anything below 2.5. But like Doc said, for weight loss, the starting dose is 2.5.
We could certainly start out slower if you wanted to.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving here. Foxy Moxie, what do you think of Boost Oxygen or Boost? I'm assuming it's Oxygen or Oxygen. Was a commercial by Kevin O'Leary. Have you heard of this?
I think is that the canister that you breathe in when you need oxygen when you're at altitude or
I'm not sure.
after exercise. I think that may be what it is.
Is that what it is, Foxy Moxie?
Seems like I saw a commercial on that, but who is Kevin O'Leary? I'm not even sure who it is.
He's Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank.
Oh, I don't watch Shark Tank.
Okay, he's a entrepreneur personality.
Mr. Wonderful.
They call him Mr. Wonderful.
Man, I wish mine was Mr. Wonderful. It's a great name. You think if you have grandkids, or if I have grandkids, you have kids, figure out a name for grandfather. You think Mr. Wonderful they could call me
that has to be in the running.
Man, that is a great
That has to be in the running.
I love it. Let's keep that in mind. Mr. Wonderful. Name. But are you talking about that oxygen that you breathe in? Supplemental oxygen?
Foxy Moxie, give me a little context here, and we'll keep we're gonna keep moving, but let me know if I missed the boat on that one with Mr. O'Leary.
I'm all for a little bit of oxygen.
Let's see here. Thank you, Jake. Jake is the bomb. Look at this.
What do they say?
Shout out to Brookhaven Farms. We love you,
Thank you,
Jake. All right, let's see where we're at. Tons of great questions coming in. Thank you guys so much. Let's go to Mike. So good to see you, Mike. Any suggestions for dealing with mold in my body in addition to activated charcoal and ivermectin?
Yeah, first of all, of course, get the mold out of your house or wherever you're working or whatever. One thing I do like for mold, besides what you're saying, is something called VIP spray. It's a nasal spray, vasointestinal peptide. Look up on Peptide Sciences and see if you can get the VIP nose spray. I think that's pretty effective for it. The other things, of course, do the infrared detox, do the red light therapy. And it just depends on other things. I mean, some people will really have a mold problem in their cells and have to get on some heavy duty medications for it. But usually for that, you need to see an infectious disease doctor. And usually they don't like to deal with mold.
Yeah.
But certainly the VIP spray would be something kind of outside the box. I like methylene blue. I really like methylene blue for that. Sometimes I use low dose naltrexone as well for it.
I've heard you talk
Anything
about
to kind of tampen down that inflammatory cascade. And like I say, the infrared sauna where you sweat your guts out is fantastic for that.
Mike,
great detox.
Great question, Mike.
Milk thistle is good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mike, thank you for this. I hope that helps a little bit. I think I've missed a question here. Let me see if I have. Where am I at? Let's get to Karen. Thank you, Karen. With the hormone pellets, what are recommendations for returning to exercise? Great question. Avoid walks, less running, or just lifting weights. Anyone else have adverse events with Celsius drinks?
Yeah, we talked about that today.
Really?
It's an ungodly amount of caffeine in Celsius drinks.
Does it like make your heart race or something?
Yeah.
Really? I've never had
one. It can kick you into AFib.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, yeah. AFib?
Yeah, it can.
Wow.
So yeah, stay off the Celsius drinks for sure. God awful, worse than a Red Bull. But anyway, yeah, just don't go to Orange Theory for a few days, or do anything that that's going to really make you sweat. And you just don't want to do that. But I would just not. You could do light weights, like especially bands and things. You just don't want to do anything that you're really, for a couple of days, that you're really pouring the sweat.
Okay.
That's the only thing. And don't do a lot of squats and, posterior chain exercises. No running, even no fast running. Walking's fine. Don't do a lot of biking because that's where the pellets are. So just moderate. Just take it easy for a few days. For 3 days, probably.
For 3 days.
No hot yoga for 3 days.
Okay. Karen, does that help? Thank you for that question. Very, very common question. Okay, let's keep going here. Thank you guys for the questions. I see you, Shelby. So good to see you today. I'm going to put this up from Carter. Thank you, Carter. So Carter's taking it for migraines, takes 10 units or less a week of the tirzepatide. If there anyone listening that asked about the migraines with the GLP-1s, thank you, Carter, for that. Let's see where I am at. Okay, thank you, Kathy. My friend is struggling with low blood sugar and gut issues. Could the two things be related?
In a roundabout way, possibly, because number one, if your gut is not healthy, it kicks off a lot of other stuff like high cortisol, which can cause high insulin levels, which can lower your blood sugar. So in that matter, yes, it could, which can also throw off your thyroid as well. And some people I've even seen that have gone on a really low carb keto diet, and it throws their thyroid off, especially young women.
Interesting.
You got to be careful to look at that. I always recommend a CGM. I'll put a couple people on it today in the office. The over-the-counter Stelo continuous blood glucose monitor. They can really, you can learn a lot about your diet and where it sends your sugars. It's been very helpful for me to wear one. Have you ever worn one?
No, I've never worn a CGM.
Wear one.
I need to.
Go to some of my podcasts on that. But
yeah.
They're over the counter. They're inexpensive, and they really give you a lot of information. But so I always look at cortisol levels, and always heal the gut. A lot of times, if you just heal your gut, everything else tends to get better.
So start
as far as, because your immune system is mostly located in your gut. That's what sets off that inflammatory cascade. So it certainly could. And so can, like I say, cortisol issues as well, insulin resistance issues, leaky gut. Sure, they sure can. There's no doubt. And that's really why everybody needs a probiotic. I like Digest Shield because it's got all that other great stuff in it, like enzymes that will help you digest your food, prebiotics, stuff nobody ever thinks about taking.
Yeah.
Lectin blockers.
It's all in one.
Lactase.
Yeah.
So, So low blood sugar, get them on a CGM. Heal their gut. Change their diet around. Usually, if they have low blood sugar, believe it or not, a low carb diet's better for them, because people say that's not the treatment's more carbs. It's not. You're just chasing your tail all day because it's insulin resistance. Your insulin's too high. It's working too good. And then you become really insulin resistant. It won't work at all. Boom, you're diabetic. So you need to look at both that, but straighten the gut out first.
Kathy, great question. Thank you so much for that. I hope that helps a little bit. Let's keep moving here. I know I'm missing questions. I apologize, guys. Let's see. Let's go to Rich here. Any success with raising testosterone with supplementation? It's a great question.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a young guy. And the luteinizing hormone's low. A lot of times you can take some what we call hormone boosters that have things in it like maca, tribulus, some of those yohimbine, some of those things. There's some formulations that I've had some guys come in and they've gotten their testosterone level up to 850. It's been very few. Usually for a young guy, I like to check all the levels, prolactin, luteinizing hormone, and depending on what the levels are, sometimes my favorite way to do that without testosterone, which again can affect your fertility and your own production, your own testosterone, is a short run of enclomiphene, which is kind of like Clomid, but better, less side effects than Clomid. So a lot of times I'll do that. But yeah, sometimes you can't. Believe me, just taking zinc and boron and lifting weights can raise your testosterone. Getting a good night's sleep, treating your sleep apnea can boost testosterone.
Yeah. Rich, if you want to dive a little deeper into enclomiphene versus Clomid, we didn't explain this episode on it with Robin Riddle. If you just search for Robin Riddle Clomid or enclomiphene, that'll show up and it'll kind of go over the details of how that works. Great question, Rich. Thank you so much for that. Let's get to Lisa. Lisa, thank you so much for being here and sharing the broadcast. Still dealing with Achilles tendon since my severe fall, dealing with hip/pelvis. I have MRI next week. A question: does black coffee and vitamin E help with the fatty liver?
Black coffee and vitamin E have a lot of good antioxidant effects, especially if you take the natural form of vitamin E. But that's not the best way to deal with fatty liver for sure. Best way to deal with fatty liver is some of the GIPs. They just work so good for that. It's almost a no-brainer. Now, sometimes if you're a type 1 diabetic, you got to be really careful with using the GLPs. Even though my daughter, Kelly, who's a type 1, uses it, and she's half her dose of insulin. So I'm not sure those are going to help your fatty liver a whole lot. But certainly there's nothing wrong with them. Achilles tendon, that's a serious injury.
Yeah.
I hope your MRI comes out okay.
Yeah. Lisa, let us know how that goes next week on next week's show. As always, thank you for being with us tonight and sharing the broadcast. Let's get to, I know we got a few more minutes here. For Tracy here, Digest Shield is the probiotic that we've been talking about. Connie Lynn is asking, can you take a full magnesium with Digest Shield?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically though, you want to take your magnesium at night, and it's okay to take that on an empty stomach. Digest Shield you want to take before your meal. Typically, if you don't have any problems, you can get by with it once a day. But if you have any gut issues, take it twice a day, 30 minutes before the 2 largest meals of the day.
Thank you, Connie Lynn. Let's get to Cody here. Thank you, Cody. What does a GI map cover? Great question.
It's a stool test that we use for looking at your microbiome, the good versus the bad bacteria. It also looks at Candida. It looks for SIBO, even though it's not quite a breath test. H. pylori. It looks for all kinds of the balance between the good and the bad. It also will give us some ideas if you have some leaky gut with some of the measurements it takes with that. So overall, if you've had a lot of chronic gut colon problems, intestinal problems that are not recovering, and nobody can figure it out, it's a good idea to get a GI map. It's not covered by insurance. It's not cheap, but it's a very helpful test.
And Cody, like I was just saying, on our YouTube channel, we have a couple different videos on GI maps. If you search for GI map performance medicine, they'll all show up where it goes into detail what that test covers and when we might do a test like that. So thank you for that question, Cody. I see Jeff's in here. Jeff, so good to see you, brother.
Hey, Jeff.
I love it. I love it. Let's keep moving.
I heard Jeff sang at one of the
No way.
conventions the other day.
He sang.
That's what Graham told me.
Is he on Dancing with the Stars?
He should be.
He should be.
If there's one guy that's been on Dancing with the Stars, it should be him.
I think he has to be on it.
But he would do good.
I see Rich's question. Let's see here. Thank you. Thank you, Rich. Would nicotine interfere with the efficacy of Ozempic because of the venom component of the medication?
I don't think so. Really don't.
Okay. Thank you, Rich. I saw Cody had another question around folate deficiency. If I can find it. Allison, I see you. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Allison.
There we go.
Hope you're doing great.
We hope you're doing wonderful, Allison. Thank you for being with us tonight. What helps with folate deficiency?
Folate. L-methylfolate.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Cody.
That's how you treat it. Yeah. Get on a couple milligrams of it. Folate's the first thing you think about when you think about your brain as far as nutrients. If you ever see a neurologist or take your parents to the neurologist because you think they're getting dementia, the first thing they should check is a B12 and a folate level, and they do. So folate is essential for brain function. And some people that have the MTHFR gene are more prone to that because they can't turn folic acid into methylfolate, which is the actual active form of it. So take methylfolate.
Cody, thank you for that. And I think, hello, guys. I see you guys on Instagram. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Let me see if I'm caught up. I love this from Tom. Amber has the greatest explanation of HDL versus LDL, the garbage men and garbage. I love that. That's awesome.
It is. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Amber Butler in our Kingsport office.
The garbage men is the HDL and the garbage is the LDL.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Tom. Okay. I think we are through here. If I missed anybody, put it at the end. So we got about a minute left.
You still think we have time for pickleball tonight?
Man, still light out.
Yeah.
If I know you like I think I know you, you do any pickup game at any time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
you always have a paddle on you.
Yeah, especially like to play young kids. These teenage kids who think they're good.
They're out there late at night.
They play at night.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go give a few a lesson tonight.
I think you should. I think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Would you play with me?
We'll see. I have to eat.
Okay.
Ivy's got a question for a free 2-week CGM trial. Let's see. This is a great comment. Thank you, Ivy. For a free 2-week CGM trial, provider can send a prescription for FreeStyle Libre 3 plus #1 sensor. Patient goes to freestylelibre.com and register for free 14-day trial. Nice. Input private insurance and current CGM none, and got it. Saw berberine helping lower BGs. I think that's blood sugar. Blood glucose. Ivy, thank you so much for that.
Smart, isn't she?
That's awesome. That's
Ivy,
so cool.
Ivy's got it going on.
You got it going on, Ivy.
She's one of the best nurses I've ever seen.
Amazing. Ivy, thank you so
that
much.
info. I bet they're doing that because they're getting heat from Stello, the counter version now.
No doubt.
Yeah. Thank you, Ivy.
Look, Carter's out there playing golf right now. How cool
Really?
is that?
Oh, wow.
So you can be playing pickleball. It's still light out.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
Thank you, Carter.
Yeah.
Let's get to Max here. Max, thank you for being with us. And Roel, let me know what your question is. And I'll, if you can put it at the bottom, I'll get to it. What are the benefits of taking daily folic acid?
Well, if you have an MTHFR gene mutation, which 30% of people do, it absolutely doesn't do any good at all. As a matter of fact, it can hurt you. Remember this, like I just said, take methylfolate, not folic acid. But the benefits, assuming you're taking the right form of it, is better brain, because it's a brain B vitamin. Also helps with energy along with the other B vitamins. But remember, methylfolate. I don't even care if you don't have the genetic mutation. Take the methylfolate anyway because it's better. It's the active form of folate, because a lot of people just can't convert it.
Max, thank you for that wonderful question.
That's
Viral
what they put every pregnant woman on is folate.
methylfolate or just
They
folate?
should be putting on methylfolate, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't even know what methylfolate is. But anyway.
I want to take one more question from Roel, if I can find it, Roel, around the viral infection. I'll get this for Wayne real quick. Is there any concern with injecting yourself with vitamin D on a weekly basis for deficiency?
You could get too high on vitamin D. The last patient I saw today, I actually gave him a vitamin D shot because he's always low. He can't absorb it very well. So if you take one every week for a while, you better check a level here in a couple of months just to make sure you're not over 100, because if you do that, it can cause some kidney stones. So be careful with that.
Wayne, thank you for that.
If I get sick, that's the first thing I do. I take a vitamin D shot.
No doubt. I take vitamin D and a Vitotrum.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Roel, I cannot find the viral infection. Will you send me an email, and I'll make sure we get that answered for you. Guys, thank you so much. I see Max now switched to infliximab there. Thank you, Max, for giving us a little context. Thank you for that. Okay, cool. All right, I believe we are all through, and you got to go play some pickleball.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know how we did. I'm going to shut off the podcast here. If you guys missed the show, we always put this out a week later on Spotify and Apple. Let's make that video. You can't flex bone. Steve, thank you, brother. I love you. Man, this was fun. That was awesome. That was one of our better ones.
Enjoy it. I always do.
This was one of our best shows, guys. And it has everything to do with Wayne. You're the best. All y'all's questions were absolutely phenomenal.
Great questions.
You gonna play doubles or singles tonight?
I always play doubles with pickleball.
Yeah.
Singles is not too much fun.
Too much running.
Too much running.
Thank you, Carter. Thank you, Grandma Mary. Thank you, Connie Lynn. Guys, y'all are the best. I see D. Lynn. I'm going to take note of that. One, I'll be thinking about you and your family with the procedure there. Thank you, D. Lynn, for letting us know. Thank you, Ivy and JC. Jerry, thank you. We're thinking about all of you guys. Just know that, I know a lot of people in here tonight, you're going through stuff. Just know that we're thinking about you and praying for you. We appreciate y'all trusting us and hanging out with us every Tuesday. We will be back Tuesday, 7 to 8. Hope to see everyone there. Go get your game on. Celeste, I love you. All right, we're calling it a night. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Joy. It's so good to see you, Joy. Thank you, Tracy. All right, I'm going to let Brad take us away. We'll see you guys all next week, Tuesday, 7 to 8, for another live Q&A. Thank you, Pop. I love you. Man. That was a great show.
Thank you.
That was a really great show. You did. That was awesome.
Love it.
All right.
Don't go.